Yeah, whatever. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers. Third video of the day, wasn't expecting to do this. And Lady Faith is with me. We are going to talk today about YouTubers being arrested. Now, I only just found out because my daughter just told me because she subscribes to them. I don't know if any of you lot are out there are aware of a channel called
TGFbro.
TGFbros, and it is with a couple of lads called Jay and Ramal. I think they're Brummies, aren't they? And they've only just done a video to say they were arrested. When was it?
A while ago.
About a year ago.
It started a year ago and they've been harassed since.
They've been arrested and they've been going to court. They've had an ongoing thing. Now, what they are is they are really a couple of jokers. I wouldn't even call them pranksters. Idiots, yes. Amusing idiots, yes. Personally, my favourite video they did was the extreme wedgie.
In all fairness, I think the only way people would kind of remember them is if they go on the news and kind of look up man cemented microwave.
Jay glued a microwave to his head.
Cemented it to his head.
Well, glued it. He filled it with polyfiller and then put it on his head. And they had to call the fire services. It was most amusing. Obviously, he was criticised for wasting the emergency service. You get the idea of the kind of thing. They did a 12 Days of Christmas where they stapled documents to their own heads. That's the sort of level. I mean, they're just a couple of jokers. And they did an extreme driving lesson, apparently. I don't think I did see that one. I saw another one where they were driving through a muddy field and trying to cook a pizza on the back seat and stuff with food.
I think the one you're talking about was bumper cars with actual cars.
Maybe we shouldn't mention that. We might put ideas in the police head. And also another favourite of theirs that they did that I liked was hide and seek, where they had an app and they actually caused a riot. And the police had to close down the streets of, was it Birmingham or?
Yeah, I think it was.
Or Liverpool. It was one of the major cities. They created an absolute gridlock, playing hide and seek, and they hid in the drains, and they had literally thousands of people participating and searching for them. So they are a couple of idiots, but they've been arrested for their extreme driving lesson, where they rolled a car in the middle of nowhere with no other cars involved whatsoever. And apparently they went to court and the judge threw it out and the police arrested them for something else. I mean, I've literally only just found out about this, but it does begin to feel as if people are getting arrested for all kinds of nonsense for being on YouTube. Wasn't there a lady who was arrested, I don't know, a vicar's wife or something, or a priest's wife, for allegedly tweeting something which she says she never did. And she'd been in trouble before because she called a her a him. She instead of a her, she used the wrong pronoun. So apparently, I think she was arrested for that. My own stepson is doing an inordinately long sentence. We're not quite sure what for. Allegedly anti-Semitism, despite the fact I wear a Star of David. We don't really know what any of that was about. His girlfriend came to visit very recently and explained that the video that he was sent to prison for, he was actually reviewing someone else's video and saying, this is not a good idea, you should not do this. And the judge said, I'm sending you to prison for the actual man's video you're reviewing. So I don't know how that worked. We'll have to wait and see. No, don't, because I'll get a copyright strike. Don't, please.
I'm just trying to find.
And I've had enough of them today. But the Earl of Wessex is worth it. And other YouTubers being demonetized, and obviously Wally being bullied off Twitter and then bullied off YouTube by the king of bullies himself, Christopher Boozy. We're living in fucked up times, aren't we? What are the police doing? Get a grip. Get a grip. Why are they going around arresting? What do the police just spend all day long on social media? Isn't there actually anything going on? Like I've said before, every single time I have phoned the police in the past, they've said either, nah, it's not that serious, death threats, or nah, that they didn't do anything bad there. And they seem to allow really bad behaviour and almost reward it. And other people, and honestly, go and have a look at, what's it called, TGFbro? TGFbro, please don't play that, I beg of you.
The sound's off.
What do you think of it? I mean, you weren't that bothered about YouTubers being arrested until your favourite YouTubers have just said
I don't like police anyway. It just makes me dislike them more.
Well...
The only way to get a job as a police officer or woman is to have absolutely no humour whatsoever. We all know it.
It's a very odd situation. I mean, in my day, you had to be the bad guy. Well, actually, no. You didn't have to be the bad guy always. Sometimes you could be the good guy, but generally speaking, in my day, that was their purpose, was to catch the bad guy. These days, it just... I mean, I've actually received an email from Sussex Police, which I will hold them to, and it's in regards to one of Wally's trolls. And I've replied to this police officer and I've said, I'm going to hold your name and your career to this one. So we'll see, make what we will of that. I replied to it and I think that was taken quite seriously, and so they're going to pull their finger out. Are you vaping in my house? What do you guys think of YouTubers and prominent people on the internet being arrested for having a laugh, not actually hurting anybody, and yet trolls are allowed to do what they like, and judges and the justice system just sound to me like they're going fucking crazy these days? Has social media finally done their nuts in and they've lost all sense of all sense of reason? I don't know, just a question. Thought I'd throw that one out there.